Oh yeah, that's the music.
Yeah, man.
That's the music I like to hear. Here we go.
You already know it's your boy Ace of Cross Culture. We're back with another one. It's been too long, precisely too long since we have had a joint effort. I know for those that were able to see the stream last week on TPC, it was a very beautiful tribute to my aunt and his mother. And I'm sorry that I had to miss that one, but I was able to watch it and, held back some tears. But yeah, it was very beautiful. If you have not seen it, it is titled ATAS episode 67.5. Yes.
You always do the finger thing,
I mean, I can't. 0.5.
Yeah, point. If it was on point, then 0.5. Yeah.
All right. But we're here with number 68. Nope.
68. 68.
Hold up. 68. Let's do that one.
68.
Oh, 68.
Yeah.
That works too. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's a good one. So, I mean, I'm going to allow for some introduction time for my co-host here. Go ahead, take it away.
Oh, you already know. It's your boy Tipsy Japan, back with another episode. And like I said, or like Ace said, we're on episode 68. Thank you for joining last week over there on TPC Japan. It was a tribute to my mother and an update on the channel. Get you guys thinking about the direction that we're thinking. Want to get on the same wavelength because it's the beginning of a new chapter. It's a brand new chapter starting right now.
Oh yeah. Well, not quite, because we're here.
New chapter of life. Yeah.
New chapter of life. Oh yeah, definitely. That's every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, what we want to do, or what we like to do, in between the books that we're reading, is to have some type of. I've called it today. TPC Japan and myself were talking before stream, a couple hours ago. And I said that it's a break episode. And that's kind of where we are right now. It has been a month plus since we have done an actual stream together. But these break episodes help to, break up the monotony of, going through the book. Even though the books are good, we do want to put more of a personal effort into these break episodes. So I hope everybody is ready for that, because tonight we are talking about video games in honor of the next book that we're going to be reading, which is Disrupting the Game by Reggie Fils-Aimé. So we're going to jump right into it. I got a bunch of questions. We're going to talk about video games. We're going to get down into it.
See, I see. That's why the name of today's episode is Game On.
Game On. Yeah.
Right. But that hit different. That hit different for different folks, I think. And, if there's folks listening in and say, game on. That means I'm game. I'm down to get started with whatever the thing that we're facing is,
Oh yeah.
All right, it's game on. It's game on.
Game on.
In the game. And actually a book that I was listening to just a few moments ago by Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey. Okay. Yeah.
That's a name I know.
You talk about him to some of your clients, I think, because I know I have in the past. But yeah, it's full focused, and there's a new focus there as well. As my life turns into this next chapter. So I'm game. Okay. I'm game. Let's get it.
All right. So we got WPL always checking in, faithful. Choo choo choo. Good to see you guys back.
In full force.
Game on like Triple H. No, I'm not
the game.
I'm not really versed in wrestling anymore, but
no, that's
if you know, you know.
It's old school. Yeah.
Well, I am more WCW than WWF. Like period. So
I'm glad you called WWF. That set you back.
yeah, that was way back before it was WWE.
Right.
For the World Wildlife Foundation sued them.
Yep.
But we're getting a little off topic.
I'm not gonna let us because I was thinking about the headquarters in New Haven and all that on I-91, but I'm not even gonna touch it.
Dang. That brings man. Sorry. I'm in my feels right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only time that I ever been to that or seen it from afar was your mom dropping you off. And oh man, yeah. All right. But first big question we have.
What you got?
What do video games mean to you?
Woo.
And I got a typo in there. It said video.
Oh, you do? I almost let that slide too.
Yeah.
What do video games mean? Video games mean to me? That's an interesting question. I think that the answer to that question has changed through the different phases that I've gone through life. I mean, we've talked about this.
Man, I can't get it right.
Video. I shouldn't let people see my tongue flicker like that, But so the first, I'd say through. Can I answer the question like that? Is it okay? Like ages 0 to 12, what video games meant for me. From 12 to 24, they meant to me, and from 24 to 36.
Oh dang!
Can I go there?
Okay. I mean, sure. Go ahead, hit it.
All right. So, and I think you could relate to this in your early childhood too. But from 0 to 12, the games kind of meant to me was a connection to what grown folks were doing. Funny enough, my god brother was playing Mike Tyson Knockout. My grandma had Duck Hunt. My mother had Burger Time. Why do I play games at that age? In the very beginning, it was to spend time with them. Like I really enjoyed it. And looking back, like I still think of video games as a family thing, right? It started there. It kind of continues to be there somewhere in my mind, like and nostalgia. From 12 to 24, though, that evolved into playing multiplayer games like Split Screen, GoldenEye.
Oh dang!
WrestleMania, No Mercy, World Tour, WCW. There you go.
Yo.
But we were all on the same screen, like split screen, sleepovers. That's what games meant to me at that time. And then also in college, going to the room next door, making friends that are still in my prayer group to this day. Like yesterday, in the prayer group, the person that was there, the one that invited me into that group, was also the one that, got invited into the Halo matches, Halo 2.
Okay.
Blowing each other up for hours. It was great. It was great. And that existed up till about age 24, mid 20s. After graduation, now it's like, to connect to people playing games, you got to go through the internet. As our lives, it's kind of like diaspora. You're going to different places around the world. Yeah, I mean, the only way that you're going to be able to connect back to family, back to what it really was in that beginning, was to use the internet. Now you got your own screen, or you got your cell phone, or you got your PC or whatever. But being able to play those types of games with other people, you got to use the internet. Case in point, 12 to 24, we were playing Age of Empires, same room, LAN style, right? Or one playing after the other person. Now you got to play through the internet. You got to use Steam. But it worked. We did it for a while. We had it up until about my age 33, 34, 35. Playing with the same folks that we did in 1999. Now, though, at 36, 37, 38, going on 39, what do video games mean to me? It evolved a little bit with the advent of the Switch. I was off of the PlayStation 5, or the PlayStation 4 wave, and I got put back on because of family. I said, hey, take this PlayStation 5. We're going to play together, and we did, over the course of the last year. We had our bouts of Geometry Wars and so on. We've had our Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. I'm trying to get that. Those types of experiences are all hailing back to an earlier time. Now, I don't see video games as a waste of time as some people do. A time suck, like where you just get lost in the thing and you're just playing and playing and playing, and not actually focusing on life. Some people see it as a simulation or of what you should be doing out there in the world, but I don't see it that way. I see it as a way to spend time with family. It's really my brothers, like I don't really connect to females like that in video games, and that's just, it is what it is. But it's an excuse to spend time together and to talk about stuff, or just spending that time and space, making time to play some games. And that's not what it really was in the past. I didn't have to think about it that way. It's just like, let's have some fun. But now playing games with a more intentional way, it's evolving into something else. I don't know exactly what it is yet. What did it mean to you?
Wow. All of that, and then you're just gonna drop the question right back like that? Hold on.
I don't want to take up the whole. I don't want to take up the whole thing. I have a sip as well. But what did it mean to you right now? Is it the one-player experience? Is it the multiplayer? Is it the massive online RPG thing?
Oh no, definitely not. So, video games back in the day, when I very, 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 very first started, it was just something to do, right? Then it became a connection with you personally, because I would go over to your house and I would watch you play video games, and I'd watch you go through probably the game that I've seen you go through the most, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like that, like there was a whole lot of that, because of course you have to beat it. To beat the game fully, you have to beat it 4 times and get everything with each character combination. So you got Sonic solo, Knuckles solo, Tails solo, and then Sonic and Tails.
Yep.
So sometimes you pass me the second controller and I'm controlling Tails, like, oh, help me get up here. All right, let's go.
Yep.
Tapping the buttons.
Spinning his tails around.
Yeah. I mean, but even things like caveman games, like I hated that game. I hated that game with a passion, because you could tap buttons and where you look. I'm just like, what am I supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
That camaraderie and competition, it forced me to want to be better. And I can't remember. It's a famous comedian who said it. And I can't remember exactly who. It's definitely a black comedian.
Okay.
And I can't remember if it was Dave Chappelle. I don't think it was Dave Chappelle. He's talking about how video games are a medium that don't let you go to the next level. Like, if you don't prove yourself, then you're not moving on. So a lot of that kind of comes into play with me, because I'm like, okay, if I'm not coming at this the right way, how can I piece something together to come at it differently? How can I use my resources in a way so that I can come out advantageous? So for me, it's more of it's a de-stressor nowadays. It is something that I like to spend time with friends and family, like, hey, let's all jump on this game. It is also a time where I can process. So if I'm playing a game like Minecraft, then I know it's not so intensive that I need to be super, super into it. I might be, like walking around gathering resources, and I'm like going through my day, processing the choices that I made, thinking of the things that I could have done better. Or I'm on the voice chat connecting with people from back East Coast, or with new people, because with some of these video game systems now, you can connect with strangers and become close with these people. All right. So we're going to take it back, way back into time. First video game you played?
Ooh, I don't know what the first one was, to be honest. I remember playing Mike Tyson Knockout upstairs with my godbrother, though, because I know he had it, and I think he had it before I had a Nintendo, I would think, and I must have been like 4 or 5, but I don't remember getting a Nintendo myself. I remember playing Burger Time with my mom. I remember playing Pac-Man. I remember playing Ninja Turtles, and that did come out in like 89, I think. 88 or 89.
I think it's 89, because the original cartoon came out in 87. Started in 87 and went into 89.
Right.
So it's probably 88. 88, 89, somewhere around there.
Which would put me like at 4 years old or so. Not that I necessarily had the game as soon as it came out. I don't know. But I know I was in the Ninja Turtles at age 4 or 5 because I had that Halloween costume, which was Ninja Turtles. I had Birthday Cake, which was Ninja Turtles. I was in the TNT Club, so it's a good. I don't think that would have been my first game. That was the game that I played way more than Mario, but I had Mario and Duck Hunt too. I had the gun, but Grandma had the orange one.
The orange gun?
Yeah. Not just gray and black, the Duck Hunt gun. She had an orange one, orange and gray. It's like exclusive. Yeah. I don't remember what the first game was for sure though, but I can speak to the that sense of like really thinking a little bit about life. I think later on that happened though. I don't think at that time in 0 through 12, I was thinking about like my life decisions and everything as I'm playing games and what it means to me and so on. But later on now, just like really appreciating a sense of what like the time that was spent in those games and the hand-eye coordination that it built. Yeah. And friendliness with interfacing with a computer. Yeah. It all became natural. So using RF switches and audio video equipment, and we talked about that before.
Oh, that's how I got my start.
You want to hook it up, right? You want to hook it up so you can play the game. There's an easy, cue and response and reward. All of that is lined up. If you can set it up properly, you get to play the game. Turn it to the right channel, and all of that.
Learn. And then when you got the VCR. Because you didn't have the when they switched over to
audio video
to AV instead of RF, then you had to do that to do all of that. So first game for me, I can definitely remember it was this game right here. I'm gonna throw it back on the screen.
Yes.
That is the Super Mario Duck Hunt.
Yeah, thank you. You said it right. Because it's Super Mario. It's not.
Yeah,
Mario
it's not Mario Bros. Because Mario Bros was the one that was in arcades, and that was a good one. That was a 2-player. But Super Mario is the one that came to the home system first, and then Mario Brothers came back. They put it on home consoles. So that was and it was the what's it called one? So it was the Duck Hunt / Super Mario, because there are separate cartridges for those.
I know.
Where it's just Duck Hunt and just Super Mario. But mine was a combo.
Did it come with the system?
I think that one did. The combo pack. Yeah, you're like, oh, you get 2 games for the price of 1. We'll even throw in the gun. Yeah, sells itself.
Yep, I guarantee you.
All right. So I wanna throw up, because we have somebody who their first video games were actually Wii Sports, Super Mario Bros. Wii. And Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Wii Sports came with the system.
Definitely. It's the highest selling game because it came with the system. It came bundled with the system. I think highest selling game in Nintendo's history. Just because it came bundled, because Super Nintendo didn't come bundled with anything.
Right.
But I think Super Nintendo outsold the Wii, if I'm not mistaken. But because the game wasn't bundled with it, that's kind of the split.
Right. I think Breath of the Wild did really good too. But
Breath of the Wild did really good. But I don't know if it surpassed.
That's a good question. That's the producer over here on the second screen.
Producer. Oh no, ChatGPT is the producer.
What's going on? That's the producer.
Oh no.
Free of charge. Can't beat that.
So we got another question up. First video game console. I think it's the same for both of us, actually.
All right, so what? Like 3, 2, 1? Okay.
Yeah, let's hit it.
1.
Nintendo
NES.
Entertainment System. Yes, the NES.
Yes.
NES.
NES is the best.
I don't know about the best, but yeah. Actually, not donated. I gave it to somebody who was definitely older than me. Shout out Uncle Terrence. If you ever see this, that'd be crazy. I don't know how or why, but it got given to my mom's friend, who was Uncle Terrence. You know, he was close friend of the family, and then I just never saw it again. But that year, I got for Christmas Sega Genesis Mark II.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a whole different level, man.
Yeah.
You know, that very first system though, I think a lot of people can connect back to that Nintendo. It's just like everybody had one.
Yeah.
Checking in the comment section, like I see another one here. We talking Duck Hunt and the Field combo.
What? Whoa, hold on.
Yeah. It's going
to the person who put that comment, I'm gonna need you to say yes or no if we can show your comments on screen, because it looks like a government. We're not trying to put you out there like that. But there's a wonderful
comment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're back there on, well, I mean, that's the thing. First system, for me, NES, of course. But let me ask the audience for this one too, as far as
all right. So hold on. We're going to backtrack just a little bit because we got permission to put this thing on the screen.
Okay.
The Mario Duck Hunt track and field combo. I've only seen track and field and played it. No, I didn't even. Did I play it? I don't know if I played it, but I remember seeing it. They had the full thing, like the mat and everything. Yeah, because you could play it with a controller, but when you had that mat, you over there. That's like the first generation of the Wii. Like that, you can see that it started there. The interaction. You're on a big mat. You got buttons, and you pressing it, running. Like,
well, I don't know,
it's crazy.
I don't know if that was the first. I don't know if that's the first because we had the gauntlet too.
Oh, the power glove that went absolutely nowhere. But yeah.
It didn't. But can you imagine, man? Like, yeah.
Oh, we got. I'm sorry. We got comments flooding. We got the red Wii from BJ's as a first system, right?
They're trying it again though. Have you seen the red Switch?
That's the second red Switch.
OLED.
That's the second red Switch because they did a regular one too. We got
for OLED.
No, they did one for the regular, and then they're doing another one for the OLED. Got PS1, woo, and not the capsule one, the brick.
Whoa!
Oh, this is going crazy.
That's definitely this next generation. We call it the brick because
yeah, man.
Yeah. Everything PS, was like new to me, man. That was, like the NES controllers were bricks. Those things were so sharp. That corner.
Oh
yeah.
It was a problem trying to get comfortable holding that thing, man. But they corrected it with the Super Nintendo, because you had those shoulder buttons too, and it was ergonomic. Yeah. I think Sega did it best though, because as far as the first iteration of a controller, I feel like they did better than the Nintendo, definitely.
Yeah, I could. Oh, the first iteration, like without the turbo buttons, just the 3.
Yeah,
without the shoulder buttons too.
I mean, then if you want to go into that, then you have to go into the SNES, because that came out a little bit later, and then you had turbos, you had XYZ buttons, but that also came around the time that they did the Saturn, because the Saturn didn't really lift off as much, so they kind of brought those features over to the Genesis.
Yeah, I feel like SNES controller and you guys can hit us up if you think I'm wrong, but I think
in the comments.
Was probably the most influential controller because SNES, because we can see the shoulder buttons, you can see the size of the D-pad was correct, and also the way that the four are set up. Now, PlayStation calls it box and X and circle and square and all that, but the setup is the same. And Xbox uses the same setup, but they changed the colors and the letters, right? But the button setup is the same, the four, right? And shoulder buttons.
I see that.
Dual shock. Granted, all right, now we got analog sticks.
Dual sense.
Yeah, dual sense, and it's much better. The Xbox version is good too. People like the Shamu setup, back buttons and all that. That's all new stuff. But I'm just saying, like the standard with the direction pad on the left, good size, shoulder buttons, and the four on the right. That is the SNES controller. And
too true.
Basically look like that still. Nintendo didn't know what they were doing with the 64 controller though. I mean, to this day, I don't hold it in the middle like that. Actually I have big hands so I can reach all the way over. But it's not making any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
All right, hold on. So we probably gotta answer this one a little quicker. But the favorite video game on your first console.
Oh.
So I mean, it's kind of, for me, it has to be Duck Hunt. Yeah, Duck Hunt, because in Duck Hunt you had Duck Hunt, but you also had clay shooter, and for me, I was like 4 or 5. So Mario, I couldn't get past the first level, so I was like, oh yeah, I can. I was in there.
To the action.
Yeah,
there's a lot to be said for that. I probably would have to say, I have a lot of good memories with Ninja Turtles, the first one, but Part 2, the arcade game.
Okay.
And Turtles 3 to an extent. I think we spent more time in Turtles 2. And this is, split screen. We go on side scrolling. It's really Streets of Rage style, but it has my favorite characters in it, and I know about Streets of Rage at the time. So that's Sega. Take the cake for me. What does it look like in the comments section for best video game on your first system?
I don't know. I don't see any coming in from that. I see a few comments on different stuff. So we got one saying PS2 hands down for the games, but Xbox 360 for the COD lobbies alone. Yeah. So
COD lobby. Some of our Japanese listeners probably don't know what that is.
COD. So that's Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Lobby.
Yeah, Call of Duty. Yeah.
I said it as I said it. I realized it, but you said it.
COD. Yeah. So we also got another comment saying that the 64 controller was super awkward.
Yeah, it was.
It's just too much. I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, and then PlayStation took the cake, right? As far as controller setup,
they kept the same one for a very long time.
Yep, just reiterating it again and again and again. I mean, the Rumble Pack, they got that right. What about the Dreamcast controller though?
Yo, all right, hold on, because we got to go into this one now.
Oh, what you got?
Favorite video game console. Favorite video game console.
Okay, this is from the beginning till now.
Yeah.
I'd really like to separate it from the experiences I had there because
nah.
Oh, then
you can give like a top 3. You can give a top 3, but it has to be a clear marked number 1.
Okay, I'm okay with the Switch. Or I might call it
the Switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it has all of the things that it has, basically the games that I've played in the past. And I can bring it wherever, I can play it whenever, hook it up to the TV and enjoy the best parts of it.
But you could do that with a Sega Nomad too.
Yeah, that was something I wanted. Something I wanted, never had.
Yeah, true.
You could, folks, you could drop Sega Genesis game in the back, and that's a hellhole. Take it on. I mean,
gone.
That's better than Game Gear at that point.
Way better.
Yeah, Game Gear was special though, and it does have a special place in my heart. But yeah, I'll call it for the Switch.
For the Switch,
PlayStation 5 is really nice. Xbox 360 was really nice. I had every Nintendo system though, and I think the Switch basically does it all.
Yeah. For real.
And that's separated from the experiences with the systems, because I had much better experiences overall with N64.
Of course. For my favorite video game console, I gotta go Dreamcast. Because it came at a time in my life where it was just like 6th grade, going into 7th, like that summer, or no, the winter of 6th grade is when I got it. So that whole next year was just like AAA titles, hits. The fact that it came with a generator disc, but Ma Dukes got me Sonic Adventure. So it was just like the fact of the VMU, being able to go out on the streets and connect with people like that was like,
hold on.
Crazy.
So the system itself. Oh, hold on. What do you mean go out in the streets? What's that? You
talking? All right. So the VMU, VMU. You could put it into the visual memory unit, so you could play mini games on that. But if you had Sonic Adventure, you had your little child. You could actually go and get eggs by connecting with somebody else's VMU. Like, man, it was ridiculous.
On all the ports, they were never able to recreate that experience. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they recreated it for the GameCube. I don't think that you could do that.
Couldn't do that. Could not do that.
But yeah, there was Tiny Chow Garden, which was a little bit better, but it was still solo versus going out and connecting with people.
Right.
I mean, and you're talking about the controller layouts before and everything like that. Nintendo 64 did it first, but Dreamcast definitely have 4 ports in the front.
Yep.
The layout of the controller is basically the Xbox controller with one less analog stick.
Yep.
Yeah. Then the fact that on board, out of the box, there was a modem in the system. So you could broadband connect. PSO. Y'all already know. PSO. I didn't play it, but not on that system anyway. I didn't play it on that system.
Had I owned a Dreamcast, I probably would have called it my favorite. But I had to borrow it, and I borrowed it, and I played PSO for 16 hours straight. Like binging one of my favorite games of all time.
Bro, that's just
how it is.
GameCube
though. That came to GameCube, and like I was talking about the different phases of life and everything. Like GameCube was my university experience. I was away from the original home, but yeah, there was a lot of good games, but then also being clowned too, because it's like, oh man, you playing GameCube or you playing Xbox? Who's grown man?
Yeah, it's a grown man. Little cube, we on a box, like
right. Had the little handle on the back of the system. You could but wasn't nobody let you hook up the old GameCube, man. Anybody playing that?
Oh man,
you got to come to my place for Double Dash. All right?
Double Dash.
Yes.
I don't understand why they have not re-released Double Dash or have done another Double Dash like that. I miss Double Dash so much.
They did it in the movie, right?
In the movie, little Easter egg for you. Yeah, man. All right, so your favorite video game console, you said, is the Switch. So what's your favorite game on the Switch? I mean, I feel like a lot of these questions now are just going to be geared towards the Switch for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you say favorite old school, then it would have been 64. But if you say, all right, well,
Favorite console, period
across the board.
You say Switch, so
yeah.
What's the favorite game?
I've put the most. Oh man, favorite single player experience was Tears of the King. I haven't racked up to my Breath of the Wild numbers yet, but I have gone awfully far. There are some like short casual game experiences that have been really great also. What was it like the Explosion Machine game that was like really nice?
Explosion Machine.
Yeah, Graceful Explosion Machine or something like that. I mean, I've put way too many hours into that. Yeah. Very good game. Very good game. I don't know if you share on screen or something for the folks, but that game was great. Those are single player experiences. Multiplayer, I mean, like not Brawl, Smash. I'll just say Smash. Favorite games. One of my favorite fighting game series. Yeah. I mean, they're reiterations of something that started way back on 64, but they've done really well with where it is right now. It's just I'm at a different phase of life where I can't play it the way that I played the original. That doesn't take away from the game. That it's just a factor of where I am right now.
Yeah.
But I know people that played Smash just religiously. Like it is a really good game, and the newest version of it is the best.
And it goes hard.
Sure it does. Sure.
I don't know what's gonna come next because what's bigger than Ultimate? Galactic?
I like Super Mario Wonder. Looks wonderful.
Wonder, yo. All right, but we getting into uncharted territory. I
don't know.
For me, Dreamcast with the console. So I gotta say, SA2.
SA2.
Sonic Adventure 2. Actually, Water Pulse Laser. Shout outs to Water Pulse Laser. Got me that game. I think 2 years after I played the original. So that was an experience. And of course, it was still, the internet wasn't super new, but it was still at the point where not everybody had it at home. I don't think I had it at home yet.
Yeah.
So it really was that I wasn't in grade school. I was in middle school, but I had to ask people like, hey, like you played the game. Like, how did you get past this part? Like, where'd you get this power? Like what? Yeah. So there's a whole lot of stuff with that. And then because Water Pulse Laser didn't play the original, some of the Easter eggs were lost on him. So like the third mission for every action stage, besides the ones that you have to drive in with Tails and Rouge, you have to find the lost Chow. And third mission, you find the lost Chow. And you have to have Mystic Melody in order to do so. But that's a callback, an Easter egg to the original one. With you have to go to the little temple thing that looks like the big temple. You have to play the Mystic Melody. But
I had it on GameCube. I don't remember doing all that.
It was serious. I can't believe you didn't do that. Like it's a very involved game.
It is.
Because it's first one is whatever the original is. So that's the first mission. Second mission is collect 100 rings. Third mission is find the lost Chow. Fourth mission is a timed mission. So if it was an original timed mission, then you get less time in the fourth. The fifth one is hard mode. So there's like missing platforms or different ways to traverse. And just gotta do it.
Yeah. Sonic Adventure did a lot for me, but like those good old camera issues.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that was Dreamcast in general, really. A lot of the action games just had camera issues.
Now, I
never played Shenmue. I still, to this day, have not played Shenmue.
Yo!
To this day, I have not played Shenmue, and they re-released it 1 and 2 on the Series X, and I was like, I don't know.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. So
I mean,
No, go ahead.
No, I mean, a huge runner-up. If I go back to N64 again, I have to plug that. But Ocarina of Time. If we say an N64 as my favorite old school console, then Ocarina of Time, like to this day, all right, when I leave the house, it's like Hyrule Field. All right, like
hey, Kickory Village. Ding 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 ding.
Bolero of Fire when needed.
Oh man, yo, that's serious.
Yeah.
So we got one favorite game that came in a little bit earlier. Kirby's Epic Yarn for sure. Okay, so this is I'm gonna throw it out there because this is actually my little sister.
Okay.
And I heard that for whatever reason they got a Wii. And I had some games and I was like, I got the Kirby's Epic Yarn. I went through it, beat it 100%, everything. It's like, you know, it's a nice foray into video games. It's cutesy, it's nice. Well, like, here, take this. And ever since, she always talks about Kirby's Epic Yarn. And we tried to do a run through of New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
Yeah. And
we got through a lot of it, and it was definitely a good experience. You know, just kind of passing that on. So we got.
I mean, just to add to that, yes.
Go ahead.
I mean, Kirby, like good Kirby games, have a bit of challenge to them, and that's one thing that stopped me from getting really deep on the series. I hope that Epic Yarn was challenging enough to make it fun. Crystal Shards sure was.
Crystal Shards, oh my goodness. Yo.
Just do that right quick.
Because I know that you didn't get all the shards the first time around.
Not the first time.
But that when you don't do it and you get to the end and you beat, and it's just like no.
Yeah. No spoilers.
You already know. It's on the Switch. Yeah, it's on the Switch. Yes, so we got another one checking in. We got PS1 Legend of Dragoon. I have not played that one, but I never owned a PlayStation.
I didn't have a PlayStation, but I knew somebody that did, and Legend of Dragoon is what they swore by. And I got to see it in action. My friend who used to live on Martha Street. Yes, Legend of Dragoon. Kudos to that.
So, Legend of Dragoon, I think it also came out on Dreamcast.
Did it?
Legend of Dragoon Orta came out on the Xbox. But I haven't played any of them.
Yeah. Good game though. Definitely a good game. Much praise.
Still swearing.
This is about Crystal Shards or about? I think it's about Crystal Shards.
No, so
about the Epic Yarn. Yeah.
Epic Yarn. So she does go on to say Crystal Shards, but I think that's just a level in Epic Yarn, because I know that she hasn't played Crystal Shards, not the Nintendo 64 game. I know for a fact.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we love the comments. Keep them coming. We're going a little bit long tonight, but look, we're getting so many comments. If you guys are interacting with us and loving it, then we're just going to keep it going. We got a few more questions. Definitely hit us up in the live comment section if you're live with us. If not, drop it in the regular comment section. We definitely love to see these comments. I will try to get back to everything that comes on. If you have a comment specifically for TPC, drop it down there. I'll let them know. When I get the notification. Hey, they hollering at you. You need to come see this comment. It's happened before. Who it happened before? one of my friends back east was asking about your microphone, like when we first started out.
Oh, what I'm talking
He's
about?
like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, what are you talking about?
That was thanks to comments that I had from someone else. It's like, hey, you gotta work on your audio.
Your audio.
Yeah, get your lighting right. Get your lighting right.
Oh dang!
Right. Now you can see the label and everything. So, you know.
How it goes, though. How it goes. All right. So we're moving down here. Woo! Most difficult video game that you've played.
Wow.
Oh, hold up. It's about to. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
That's a question again across time and space, man. Because you have difficulty when you're a little kid and you have all the time in the world to play. Versus difficulty in that 12 to 24 range where it's difficult to put down games and get focused on the things you got to do, like you got to study. Difficult now. I think that there's a lot of coddling from like 24 to 36. When I look at those 12 years of gaming, these games are a lot easier than they used to be. You can save.
Too true.
It was difficult to put in passwords before. Anybody remember Mega Man?
Oh, Mega Man X.
Yes.
Like when they came up with the password system, that was difficult. If you got one thing wrong, it's like, yo, what? I wrote it down, like, and we didn't have smartphones to just,
It was a matrix. You had to put in a matrix of numbers. Like instead of just having 1 through 5 digits. Like, why?
You gotta do all of that. Hold on, we got comments. Hold on, I'm looking at the banners.
Yeah, I see. Getting past the first boss back in those Mega Man games, boy, it was no joke.
Mega Man Legends. Okay, I never played Legends. That was the one on the 64. Yeah. 64, and I think it came out on PlayStation 2. PlayStation also, not PlayStation 2.
Well, back in the day, you had to face like those enemies in Mega Man 1 or 2. They got the classics now. You can go back. Bro. That was difficult. That's really difficult. And
there's no wall jump in those games. So you hit a pitfall. That is it.
Just dropped like a stone, man. So, I gotta say, like, Ninja Gaiden, that was really hard with those crows.
About that.
I mean, Ninja Turtles 1, I hadn't beat it.
Ninja Turtles 1, the water level, like that, notoriously, that is the hardest level in like any game ever.
Well, the water.
Okay.
I mean, when I was a little
kid, water level,
that was tough. But there were some levels after that where I still remember my grandmother saying, left, go down. And there was this one pizza. Like, all right, you got walls that were closing in on you. It's only like one space, like one pixel that you have to do like a half hop to go down. If you press forward too long, you'll jump over the gap as the wall is closing in on you. Right? So you just need to go down in, these several holes or whatever before the thing closes. And there's a pizza all the way in the corner on the right side of the screen. And you just need to go straight down, through the gaps. But you see that pizza over there. If you try to get that pizza, there's no way to get that pizza. Do not go for it. I'm telling you, if you go back and play the game, don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen. That game was hard. And I hadn't beat it when I was a little kid, so I could say Ninja Turtles 1 was the most difficult game that I played with the intention of winning. Ninja Gaiden, I could play it for a while and put it down, and it wasn't my game,
All right. So as far as difficult games, we got a couple. Nah, it's not a cop out. We got a couple coming in. So we got Super Mario Bros. Wii for sure. Play a single level like 8 times without getting all the way through. So I mean, it wasn't. Yeah, that's the one that you picked up and we played together. Yeah.
Were we better at games?
Toys R Us in Manchester. Yo, shout outs to Toys R Us in Manchester. Shout outs to Funko Land. I don't know if they still exist, but shout outs to Funko Land because they were Babbage's. Yeah. Shout out to them. Electronic Boutique. EB Games.
There we go.
Shout out. I mean, I guess shout out to GameStop who bought them all.
And wasted them all. Yeah.
They were wasted. Wasted. All right. So we got Mega Man Legends. I guess was pretty difficult. I finally beat the game at 18 on an emulator. No, we're not telling you to go out there and emulate the games, but yeah, we understand. We understand.
Of course not. Under any circumstances. Nintendo, please don't take us down.
Please. Nintendo ninjas, they get paid.
Yeah, they sure do.
All right. So for a difficult game, I feel like it was Ninja Gaiden, but not the Ninja Gaiden that you're talking about. I'm talking about the Ninja Gaiden on Xbox, and not particularly the Ninja Gaiden on Xbox, because I got the anniversary collection that they just released not too long ago,
right?
And they came out with a series called Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
I remember,
and those are the ones that were released on the PlayStation, but they have like extra content, a little different flavor. I'm playing. I mean, it's kind of in my backlog now, but I was playing through that game and I'm thinking that it's just going to be a reskin of the original Ninja Gaiden. And then Ninja Gaiden Black that came out that allowed you to change the difficulty because it was that hard when it came out. But you play as a different character through part of it, and I'm like, I couldn't wrap my mind around how to use this character. I'm stuck on a boss, and I don't know when that game will be completed, if ever, because it is just so difficult. That boss is difficult using Ryu, and now I have to use Rachel, who is less acrobatic and can hardly do anything. Yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
And the thing is, nowadays though, you have other games to play. Back then, it's like you got one game. One or two. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna, let the thing beat you, or are you gonna waste hours and hours and hours trying to get it right? Back then you could. Now, you got other options. So, I think the phase of life element is a thing where developers are really thinking like, if we make this game too hard, ain't nobody gonna play it, except for like the maniacs or whatever, and they're gonna show other people how to do it online. Or there's some games where they were the thing that you need to do is so cryptic, you'd have no idea. Like Metal Gear.
I was about to say it. I've never played it, but I watched you play it.
Yeah. There was one place where you had to go get the package of the game and look on the back of the package to know what to do. Like, it's actually you have to contact this person, and like the game messed with you. Like it did something, and I won't tell you exactly where it was. But
I mean, like, I'm not even talking about that. I think I'm talking about Metal Gear 2.
You can't control the game properly. Like this guy, like Psycho Mantis, that messes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is the same thing. Yeah. That was crazy. Crazy. Yeah. That is pretty weird. Yeah, little stuff like that.
So going back to your question, though, what do games mean to you? These difficult experiences and overcoming them, and having stuff to go back and talk to others about, that nostalgia there and everything. I don't know if you wanted to loop back into it, but for me, that's what games have meant. Like this shared experience.
I mean, for me, it's also been a kind of thing of like bragging rights, especially with the onset of like achievements and trophies, to be like, oh yeah, well, I got the platinum trophy for that game, or I have a 10,000 gamer score on that game, or 1,000 gamer score on that game, like that. Just be like, dang, like, what are you doing? Like, how did you do it? Like, I'm stuck on the first level. Like, can you help me? Oh yeah, I got you, noob. All right, I'll help you out.
Well, that goes back to the connecting to others, right? Like if you had that insanely high score or all these achievements, but nobody else realized that you had it, if you couldn't compare stats with others and connect with others, like if nobody that you knew had those things, then would it really matter to you?
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna take some comments right now because we got people asking, "What's an emulator?" We just kind of glazed over it because we already know. So we're gonna throw up the comment that came after that. A program that emulates the console so that you can play games on a tablet, phone, or computer. You have to download the ROM files. So technically,
no.
It is illegal if you don't own the game. If you own the game, then it's legal. Technically.
I don't know about nothing.
But usually people are downloading the ROMs because they don't have the game. There's that. Yeah, we're not going to give you any steps, but you want to head to that corner of the internet. There's definitely more than a few ways to get these things going.
I mean, we'll keep it 100. Like back in the day, people used to do it a lot more. There weren't consoles now that had like these classic packs where you can go back and play the old games. There wasn't like a virtual online store or virtual console.
Nothing like that.
It wasn't, and that's what people used to do. Oh, nobody does it now. Nobody does it anymore. But for me now, I see it as not play it forward, pay it forward. If you don't pay the developers in some way, shape, or form, they're going to develop the game here in the future. They're going to go out of business, or somebody, it's going to be pirates, and the next great Shigeru Miyamoto make this thing. You know what? There's no there's no
nah, we pirates around here.
There's no profit. There's no profit in the business.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Yeah, so that's kind of where we at.
I'm a lot kinder back, than I was back when I was the age of the whole gun.
No, I don't know. I mean, the first time I played a Pokemon game.
By me?
Mm-hmm.
Was it? The Pokemon Company.
Oh yes. But we're gonna jump on to the next few questions. We got a few questions left. So, what is your primary gaming device now?
Maybe the comment section would say either big boy games, like some kind of AAA system, or they might say a mobile app. Not mobile app, but their phone. A lot of people play.
No, you right there. Yes, you.
Me? Y'all want to know about me? I already said the best system is probably the Switch.
Switch. But do you play the Switch more than you play your PS5?
There's only one TV in the house for me. So you got to balance it out and all this BS. Like, no, I'd much rather just take my system on the road and do what it do. Yeah. I can set it up right where this computer is right now, bam, and just play. Like, it doesn't matter, And when you get the Bluetooth headset, I use these Beats right here. It's my Pro Power Beats. You can plug those into the Switch. At first, the Switch didn't have Bluetooth capability. Now it does.
It always had it. All I did was flip the switch. That was it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. The hardware is the same, right? But they made it available, and now it's just, man, I mean, you could be on a train, and you got the perfect audio experience. Everything is blocked out ANC wise, and you could be anywhere, everywhere. You could be at the beach. Like I know that there are better systems out there, like the Steam Deck and so on. Maybe the Steam Deck is better like functionality wise, but this library, the people that I'm connected to, the ecosystem is ease of use, performance. It does it for me. It really does.
Okay.
Right now. How about you?
Hogan checking in.
A few systems.
Hogan says PC all day. This is actually one of my friends from back east. So he just sold his Series X.
Ding!
Like, and we're still gonna be gaming together because PC and Xbox usually have a lot of crossover.
Okay.
Um,
You got a proper PC.
Yeah, trust me, he does.
Yeah, you don't play
Denny S still going strong with the red Wii.
Huh?
Yeah, the
Wait,
red Wii.
What games do you play on a Wii now?
It's crazy. Like not even the Wii U, just the Wii.
The
Like,
Wii.
bring that into focus. The Wii, not the Wii U. The Wii.
But I mean, what do you play? Okay. Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's no other comments. So if we get another comment, then we can throw it up. But for me right now,
what are you gaming on now?
Now, I need to check back in with my Xbox, man. I need to check back in with it because as it stands, it's been gathering a little dust, and I have more than one TV. But
there it is.
Switch, man. Because if I'm just jumping, if I'm like in bed or I just want to relax, I don't have to worry about I left my controller upstairs or it's connected to the TV upstairs. It's like I don't even dock this thing. This thing doesn't even live in a dock. Like it's wherever I am. I can charges in the bedrooms.
Your
like,
USB-C cable.
USB-C. That's it.
Either charge your phone or charge your Switch. Like,
no, I can't. I can't charge it. I can't charge it with my phone charger.
What?
It's rated for too much power. It's rated for too much, so it just will not charge the Switch. Like the Switch will not take a charge from it.
Wait. The Switch requires too much power, or
no,
your charger?
My charger gives too much power, so I think it's a fail-safe in the Switch. Like, that's a little too much over here. I think it's a fail-safe, but yeah, I mean, I have older phone chargers that would charge it. Older, like if I have a USB-C and a USB-A, and I put that into it, then that'll charge it. But this is what I use right here. I was charging my phone before stream because I run everything from my phone. This is Samsung's super fast charging. I'm trying to see if I can see the wattage on it.
You can't use that on your Switch though.
No, this right here, it's C to C.
C to C. Yeah, I got it. We got it.
Okay. So it goes straight in there. Boom.
Yeah.
That's it. But I cannot use this for my Switch.
Is that geranium?
Geranium?
Yeah, I think it's called a geranium. It's like 65 watt. I
don't think it's 65. I think it's 40.
I got 65 watt fast charging on my bad boy. That's probably too strong for the Switch too. Yeah,
got this
controller, yo. Man.
So it came with the USB A to C. So I use that when I'm in a pinch and I'm in a bind. But I have a couple other controllers or cords kicking around, so I can do that. But yeah, man, that's Nintendo knew what they were doing finally.
They've done it well for 6 years now with the Switch. Do you need the new Switch, or just please keep just doing the right thing?
I need the new Switch.
You need the new Switch by end of this year? Next year?
It's not gonna come out. It's gonna come out either next year or the year after. It's not coming out this.
Yeah, I guess September.
It's not coming out this year.
They did just announce the OLED red, but as far as
they've done that same crap before, where they have like a special edition, and then they move on to the new. It's like, yo, what is going on? Exactly. Fund our new ventures. All right. So I mean, I think this one.
They could get me. They could get me for the OLED red, Super Mario Red. They call it.
Yeah, Super Mario Red, and it has a red dock. I don't think the other one did have a red dock too.
Like they could have got me. They almost got me for the Tears of the Kingdom edition OLED too.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Don't show that to me right now. Like,
Yo,
yeah.
that one is serious. I mean, I'm not big on red, but the Tears of the Kingdom one, yeah, that one is serious. All right, so I think this next question is going to be the same answer for the both of us.
Oh,
what are you playing right now? Yeah.
Huh. Advance Wars, actually.
Advance Wars. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's been a
throwback.
console. It's been a console
camp.
conversation up to now. I mean, my 3DS is my.
Oh no! You're talking about like Advance Wars, or are you talking about Reboot Camp?
Reboot Camp 1 and 2.
Okay.
On the Switch. Yeah. I wanted to play Tears. I really did. I wanted to just like spend some time in there and do a couple of adventures or whatever, like the newspaper thing, go around with the bird,
Oh yeah.
In it. But unfortunately, the game that I'm actually playing right now is Advance Wars 1 and 2. And I mean that game has some memories attached to it.
Yeah.
What's going on in the comment section as far as handheld consoles? Like, are you
handheld
playing
consoles?
old school? Yeah, are you playing some old school handheld reboots on your consoles now? Did the handheld thing mean anything to y'all back in the day? Because you had that Game Boy brick.
Oh yeah,
that's the brick. That's what it was.
Brick. Yeah, that's the brick.
That's the real brick.
Yeah. That Game Boy got confiscated, and it never got returned to me.
A teacher
in school. Yeah.
And it never came back.
Teacher. I never got that. I never saw that thing again.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Pops for getting it for me. But that thing, it was a field trip and I had brought it with me. And they saw it at the wrong time when we got back to school, and then boom.
Yeah.
Done.
Wow.
Yeah. So we got
What? Oh, Steam Deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a
but
for
PSP. Yeah.
PSP. Yeah. There was definitely people that swear by that, man. I was the Game Boy head, and that doesn't. I hope it doesn't make me a fanboy or whatever. But you having the brick. I didn't.
That's the OG.
But that made me say, when the Pocket came out, Game Boy Pocket, I was like,
Game Boy Pocket. You had a Game Boy Pocket, a green Game Boy Pocket. Then you had the Game Boy Color. Then you got another Game Boy Color, the Pokemon edition. Oh no, you got the Pokemon edition. It got smashed. Then you had to get that one replaced.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Game Boy Advance.
Advance.
Yes.
I had the Advanced and then the SP.
I had the SP. I had a Nintendo SP.
Nintendo SP? What's the difference?
So no, it looked like a Nintendo. It was gray like a Nintendo when you open
it. Oh, okay. All right.
It had the buttons like the original Nintendo.
Yeah. I'm jelly about that.
I was playing.
Jelly about that.
In this little closet right over here. All right. And it has no less than 8 Game Boys in it. No less.
Oh no, too much.
Because we're having this conversation. If you'd like me to show, I have no problems with that, no qualms. But you have to take me off screen for just a second so I can just grab that and say, "What is this?" to your audience? Because look, I have the whole museum.
All right.
You want me to do
that? Yeah. Bring out all the handhelds, not just the Game Boys. Yeah. You got to do. All right. So we had a lot of comments come in, lots and lots of comments come in. If you're still rolling with us, please keep the comments coming. We've been going for an hour now, and it's just crazy to see that there are people out there that are still loving video games and using video games to kind of take a break and reevaluate life, and just going over the nostalgia factor of different stuff. I mean, I know that TPC, he put me on a game a while ago, and I'm waiting until he comes back to bring it up. But just being able to connect with people over a shared frustration, because some of these games, You know, that's all it is. How did you get past this part? Like, man, do you have any tips or tricks? I'm first time starting out playing video games or playing this game, and it's so refreshing to see that you're not really looking at people differently. You're looking at them as the same. So much so that I know that Xbox has a community where you can go onto your Xbox and you can do LFG, which is looking for group. So if you're playing by yourself, you can look for a group to help you out on something specific, or you can just look for a group to hang out with, get some tips and tricks, things like that. Back in the day, we didn't have that. You know, gaming was not online. We're talking about, you want to communicate with somebody via gaming, you had a link cable. Literally have to connect both systems, or LAN parties. Shout out to Waterpulse Laser. I don't know if he's still with us, but I know that he had put a comment talking about LAN parties. Yeah. So Halo LAN parties. Oh, shout out to that. Shout out to the Halo LAN parties, because that was a big thing. You could connect like 8 different Halo or 8 different Xboxes together for a Halo LAN party, and that was just serious. Like hitting it up. All right, so we got TPC back. So before you go into that, hold on. There we go. Before you go in and on the consoles, because I did mention that there's a game that you have put me on to. I was never good at it at all. Like this, I wasn't good at it at all.
Oh, what's that?
But Box Life.
Woo! Yes.
Box Life. Karika.
Yeah.
Na na na. Na na na.
Yo.
All right. I just had to throw that way back, because you put me on. It's like, oh yeah, all you gotta do is this. Oh, that seems simple. Oh, making boxes. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
That was serious. Very serious game.
Yeah. Now I have to admit, I had like 8. There's one that's circulating around the house right now. So
are they all Game Boys, or are they Game Boys and DSs and DSIs and?
Well, name that Pokemon. You know.
Name that Pokemon. That is a DS Lite.
You are correct, sir. Nintendo DS Lite.
Yeah.
Right? With the clamshell design. Let's hear that clap.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Satisfying.
Yeah. And it's still pretty clean too. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
Candy red. I had it in a candy.
I had the blue one.
You know what these are? What are these that the case of those in?
I can't see.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's Puyo Puyo Tetris.
It sure is. Puyo. All right.
Puyo.
So I have another one that's very similar to that, but let me just go in, I guess, in order, because these two look like the same thing. Maybe they are. What are these?
Oh, okay. So I'm guessing that the red one is the DSi LL. And then the orange one is the DSi XL.
That's a very good guess. It's actually opposite.
Opposite?
Yeah. So the yellow one was the LL. It's a Japanese one.
Okay.
It's got like this, I don't know what it's called, like a holder.
Charm?
Yeah. A charm attached to it. And this is the XL. This color, I don't think existed in the States. Yeah.
States.
So
okay.
Yeah. In Japan, they call the LL. In Japan, XL is called LL. So if you have like triple X, then it's triple L. I don't mean like
That's
like
large.
yeah, exactly.
Instead of extra large.
Now I was actually playing my Japanese version of this. What is this?
Oh, that's the 3DS XL.
3DS LL. But yeah,
LL.
essentially the same thing. And also has a clap. Yeah, so
crazy.
I had a lot of DS's, guys. My main driver version of this is it's a Zelda. No, not Zelda. Smash Brothers edition.
Oh yeah, the red one.
Yeah. I'm actually using it right now, so I can't show on screen. But yeah, that's my little collection. I don't even know why I have all of those with me here in Japan, except for the fact that there are some Japanese games that I was playing before the Switch came out. Why? Because in Japan, you take the train everywhere. That's an opportunity to get it in. I don't like
Street Pass. Shout out to Street Pass.
Yes. Like the people that you pass and playing these little games together was wild. I mean, this is my daily driver.
Oh yeah.
With the Halloween edition.
Got the Splatoon 2 Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Looking good. It's got some wear and tear for sure. Do you still have your grill on top?
Oh yeah. Launch edition still got the grill.
It's actually there. Still in there. Yeah. Mine popped right out. So now I can blow the cartridge.
Build quality is I don't know what Nintendo's doing. Like this it's still attached.
Oh, mine's still on there. It pops right off.
But a lot of people are like, just boom, it'll come right out if you try to use it. It's too lopsided. I don't know what they were thinking.
What SD card are you using right now? What size?
Micro SD. Yeah, it's a micro SD. I can't take it out right now because my console's on and running.
Yes, because you're playing it properly, right? Mine, I can't do mine either, but I think it's 256.
256.
Yeah. Because they don't sell.
I think it's 256 for this, and then I have half a tera in my phone now. Yeah, because I had to upgrade it because I bought the new one for the phone. So it just kind of moved everything down.
Yeah,
but
it's like,
look, Nintendo, if you're watching by some stretch of the imagination, please make it easier to transport things to another console. You've made it easy to drag and drop all the files, but if you don't take all the pictures in a certain way and go a roundabout way, you will not be able to take screenshots. You will not be able to take video. Please, Nintendo, fix this in the next iteration, please, because it irked me. I did everything I was supposed to do, transport all over to the next SD card. I put the SD card in, and I couldn't take videos. I couldn't take photos. It's like, what's going on? Yeah,
gotta do something about that soon, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's the big king right now. First,
big thing. All right, so now, what are you looking forward to playing? So these are games that have like not come out, or maybe you just haven't copped yet. What are you looking forward to playing?
I mean, in all honesty, Tears was something I was really looking forward to. Tears of the Kingdom. I was looking forward to Advance Wars. The third game, that game I put 6 hours into this game this week, and it was Geometry Wars.
Again.
Yes.
Going back to it.
I really wanted to beat the high score because, this is back on PlayStation 5, but it's a throwback to a game that was like on Xbox, right?
Xbox 360 arcade, yeah.
Geometry Wars 3?
3?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 3, but I know that they had one on, I think it was just Geometry Wars on Xbox 360 arcade.
Yep. That was a game that I originally had on Game Boy, that series, so
dang.
My point is that, I am interested in playing some classic games more. I'd like to go back to GoldenEye, because that finally came out on the Switch. And I think they fixed the controls because they were so bad. They were so bad.
I don't know.
You know. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of games on the horizon that I'm looking forward to, though. Unfortunately, at this point, like, and I think that's unfortunate. Kind of, you know. I'd like to play Wonder. You know,
Okay.
if everybody's playing it, cool. They're coming out with another Ninja Turtles after Shredder's Revenge and after the arcade one. But like,
so they're coming out with another new game, or are you just talking about the DLC for Shredder's Revenge?
I mean, I would like to play some DLC if it actually comes out, but I mean a new one. Like,
it's already out. The DLC is already out. Like, that's done.
Wait, does it? Usagi
I'm pretty sure it's already out.
Usagi Yojimbo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's the DLC for there. You get a couple different characters and you get more stages. I'm pretty sure it's already out.
Why aren't we playing that? You know what? That's the after party. Hit us up. Look.
Oh gosh.
Exactly what I want to play right now. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for not really looking for any brand new console that I never touched before. I mean, yeah. Do you ever play like those like Far Cry games? I never did.
I've never played Far Cry. No. I've seen it played. God of War. All right. So do you remember Mark, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Our cousin. Okay.
Yeah.
He had the PS2. I played through the first level. And I was like, oh, okay, this is all right. You know, I didn't have a PlayStation or anything. God of War 1. Yes. Months later, went back over to Aunt D's and he was like, oh, so I have gotten to the final level, but I can't beat it. Can you beat it? I was like, I guess I'll try. I beat it, and it's like, so I've beaten the first level and the final boss. Like,
spoiler, huh?
I mean, I was like, well, I'm never gonna play it because I don't have PlayStation anything. So
yeah,
sure, I'll help you out.
Yeah, I mean, Ragnarok is critically acclaimed. I really, you know, there's a part of me that wants to do 1, 2, 3, and then, you know, there's a part of me that wants to finish a Metal Gear saga.
You know, they just had a release, or well, a press release anyway, that they're gonna have all of those games together for the Switch, like Metal Gear Collection 1, and then I think they're gonna have a Metal Gear Collection 2.
Hold on, there is a Metal Gear Legacy Collection.
Yeah. Okay. No, not the Legacy Collection though.
On PlayStation 3.
Yeah, but it's not that.
Metal Gear. And it had the PSP games. And it had Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
And it was like, at the time, it was like $40. So I have it. I have that. I have not played Metal Gear 5, 6, and I don't know what else is out. But
5, it's 5 Ground Zeroes, and there's another one that's more of a hack and slash. But have you ever played Metal Gear for the Game Boy? That's gonna be on the one for the Switch.
I think that was on it.
Yeah,
I might have. Actually, I might have. It had like a greenish screen, right?
I don't think it was Game Boy. I think it was color.
I think it was Game Boy.
So you're gonna,
because I definitely played, like I played all of them up to 3. I haven't played 4 yet, and I beat everything up to 3. But yeah, so you know, when I have time, I'm looking forward to being able to just go back and play some of those old OG games. How about yourself? And how about the folks in the comment section?
I have a comment from super earlier. Hogan was checking in saying that he was playing Starfield while listening to the podcast, and that's definitely something I'm looking forward to playing next week.
Starfield, what's up?
Starfield.
Sorry,
You know what Starfield is?
this whole conversation is fun. I wasn't a gamer.
He says again, playing Starfield now.
Yes.
Okay, so Starfield is a Bethesda. No, Bethesda. It's exclusive. I'm pretty sure now for Xbox, and it's supposed to be like, from what I understand, like you have a ship and you explore the galaxy. Like that's it. Pretty open-ended, but there's stuff that you can do. You can trade and do stuff like that. I'm not buying the game outright. I'm going to be using Xbox Game Pass in order to play it. It's very interesting. Yeah, the Metacritic scores are going ridiculous. It's like 87 for Xbox and then like 86 for PC. Yeah, that's saying a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Is that? Oh, okay.
You can play it on Steam. So, I mean, you can download it that way if you really so choose.
Wow. Starfield PS5 で発売する可能性はある？
いいえ。
いや、ほぼないと言われている。
ほぼない。
ない。Hobo is basically
no. Basically not even.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe a PC version. But thank you for the recommendation. Like it sounds like something worth putting some time into. And I am a big what do you call it? Like vicarious game player. I'm watching other people play. And not like Twitch style, but like reviews and what was it, Tyranitar, like that guy who plays the Pokemon games, and like reads all the script through the game as he's playing. And
dang!
Like old,
that's serious.
Yeah.
Yo, it's Nintendo, if you're watching, we need voice acting for the mainline Pokemon games, because all of the offshoots have voice acting.
Yeah,
we'd like some voice acting in the mainline games. Please, there's a lot of text.
Well, they did that on purpose. Because you're supposed to. I mean, the reason why Link doesn't have its voice is so that the gamer can give him your voice.
That's one thing.
Link him.
Yeah, so you feel more like, okay, this is me. But for the Pokemon games, the protagonist does not speak. Everybody else talks.
That's true.
So can we get some voice acting, please? I mean, Legend of Zelda has voice acting.
It does.
It's quite a lot of it. The main characters definitely have voice acting. Yeah. But going back to Hogan, he says, downloaded it last night, already 12 hours in. So it sounds like it's a pretty good game to play. Comes out on the 6th. But I think I might be able to play it a little bit earlier. Because it's the way that they do it is a little crazy. But that just about wraps it up. Like that was the last question I had.
It's been a bombastic time,
Yeah.
Bombastic. And I thank you for that tribute, in a way, like as I answered your first question, like what do they mean to me? And I grew up playing games with my mom too, and her watching me play games and seeing what that does for us, keeping us in the house rather than running these streets like some of these crazy
yeah.
So thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah, def. I mean, it goes all the way back to grandma. Like,
oh yes,
I didn't play games with grandma, but I watched you play Double Dribble at grandma's.
Double Dribble. Aye, yes.
Yeah. And then I have her Game Gear downstairs. Like I'm looking to see if I can
change the batteries.
Change the battery? No, I'm looking to like completely overhaul it, like completely. Yeah, to just so that it's playable again, because like the screen is shot. It uses batteries, which is horrible. You know, yeah. So there's a lot wrong with it, but I feel like that's a connection. You know, can get that back up and running. So, thank you to all the comments that rolled in. Man, it's been the most comments that I've ever seen on one of the shows, and we went pretty long, but we thank you for staying with us, those who did, and those who are actually listening to this after the fact. Thank you. Love the support. Next time we meet, Reggie Fils-Aimé, his book Disrupting the Game. We're going to get into chapter 1, the first 30 minutes. If you're listening on Scribd, if you don't know what Scribd is, check it out in the comment section below this video. You can get some free time, give me some free time. We can both look at the book together or listen to the book together. So why don't you go ahead and hit them off?
All right.
One time.
Folks, you already know. If you haven't played the games yet, go just ahead and get yourself a pen, a pad, write the names of these games down.
Yeah.
Write down, who you're going to talk to about this next week. If you don't talk to one of us, then, talk to a friend, share with a friend, have them join the conversation. It's your boy TPC Japan telling you that that's what it is. Peace out.
Till next time, it's A saying, stay prayed up, be blessed.